Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were discuss about the Sabine Canadian E. So that is the point we were discussing. So in that we have discussed about the introduction of Sabine Canadian E. There are two different ways to synthesize that Sabine Canadian. Why we are studying these Sabine Canadian E, how these syntheses are represented in the paper and what kind of the thing we have to acquire as far as a student point of view is concerned. You should get the knowledge to synthesize the new molecule and how to publish your novel work in the well reputed journal like as a JOC, Journal of Organic Chemistry. And in introductory part we have seen there are the Sabine Canadian A to Z. There are the different 8 molecules, I think we from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There are the 7 molecules and its structure, how many chiral centers are present, whether they are optically active or optically inactive, how to determine that. And one most important thing, the scientists or these authors trying to investigate the stereochemistry, means absolute determination of absolute configuration of this molecule, and therefore that is a, and what type of the biological activity that compound showed. It exhibit or it shows as a cytotoxic, that is one of the important biological activity that molecule shows, and therefore cyto in terms of the biology is a cell and toxic means poisonous. So it is it can kill the cells because for example in case of the cancers are there is uncontrolled, we cannot control the cells, and therefore that damages the other cells or other body part, and therefore to kill that cells. So that's why it is known as a cytocell. It is a biological word. And in our previous example we have discussed all these what we can call it as a introductory part, and today we are going to discuss out of that 7 molecule A to Z, we are going to focus, or they have focused only Sabine Canadian E, and therefore heading are given plus minus Sabine Canadian E, and therefore we are going to learn, we are going to discuss that the target retrosynthetic analysis of the target molecule. And as far as the retrosynthetic analysis is concerned, it is a disconnection approach, or what we can call it as a retrosynthesis. Retrosynthesis, it is one of the science where the scientists are first whatever plan they are planning on the paper, and they are finding the possible ways of disconnecting the different bonds, and when they are disconnecting bond, they have in their mind how to make that bond by knowing the named reaction already exist, already known method to make that bond. So that are the thinking first on the paper, and then they are trying to actually synthesizing that molecule Actually in the laboratory that is a very different one, even though the molecule looks as a, the reaction looks as a very simple, but that reactions are may not be actually taking place in the ordinary laboratory. It may require some special reaction reagent and the special reaction condition, so that whatever the retrosynthetic they are thinking, they may be possible for making that bond or making that molecule, expected molecule. So that whole science is where the study of that kind of the logically thinking power, backward reactions are there, and that's why it is known as a retrosynthesis. Retrosynthesis means what? An imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction which help us to reach the reactant starting from the target molecule is known as a retrosynthesis. And there the word is using as a RSA, retrosynthetic analysis, means there is a just analysis how we can make it. So that type of the compound, and that is known as a retrosynthetic analysis. It is one of the important term used in the retrosynthesis, and that is a retrosynthetic analysis. And retrosynthetic analysis means what? The process of breaking down the target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and functional group interconversion is known as a retrosynthetic analysis. In a retrosynthetic analysis, in the definition or in the statement, two important words involved. One is a disconnection and another one is a FGI, means functional group interconversion. Let's see the disconnection means what. It is also as one of the important step involved in the retrosynthetic analysis. Disconnection, it is shown by the special arrow that we know that during the retrosynthetic analysis in every case, and we will going to represent in this case also, that is a special arrow. It could be made from, the meaning of that arrow could be made from, means that whatever the molecule we are considering, that could be made from this. So that is the meaning of that. And FGI means functional group. Disconnection means what? An analytical operation which break a bond and convert a molecule into a convenient starting material is known as disconnection, and it is denoted by the special arrow. And another term is known as a FGI, functional group interconversion. It is also involved in the statement of the retrosynthetic analysis. Functional FGI means functional group interconversion. One functional group is converted into another functional group so that disconnection becomes possible is known as a functional group interconversion. And on that arrow FGI is written over it, and therefore it is known as a functional group interconversion. There are a large number of functional groups are present in the organic compound. So here the target molecule, and target molecule we know that the molecule whose synthesis is being planned is called as a target molecule. Let's begin to start the retrosynthesis, that is the scheme number 1 we are talking over here. Let us see here scheme number first. And what is that? Consign retrosynthetic, consign retrosynthesis, retrosynthetic analysis of consign retrosynthetic analysis of plus minus, that as we know it is a specific rotation, sabine canadine E. That is the scheme number 1, where we are going to represent the consigned retrosynthetic analysis of Sabine Canadian E. Let's see the target molecule. Target molecule, you know that the molecule whose synthesis is being planned is called as a target molecule. Let's see that target molecule here. Here is a structure I am showing over here. This is indole moiety present over here, a double bond over here. This is the indole moiety. In that indole there is another, this type of the group is attached over here, and that is representing like this. Here maybe as a double bond, here also as a double bond, and here is a 4-membered ring is present, and here is a attached hydrogen atom. If you observe this structure, this is the target molecule Tm. Target molecule means whose synthesis being planned is called as a, this is a target molecule, right? And what is the name of that target molecule? The name of this target molecule is a plus minus Sabine Canadian E. This is the name of that target molecule. And now let's see the retrosynthetic analysis of this. This is the disconnection arrow, and as we know that disconnection arrow, this is a symbol of arrow, and this symbol represent, or the meaning of this symbol is could be made from. This is the meaning of this is a could be made from, and sometime it is written as a FGI over here. FGI means functional group interconversion. No, here is a FGI sometime is written over here. Functional group interconversion means one of the functional group is converted into another functional group, so that disconnection becomes as a possible. So that is the meaning of that. That is a known reference number 14, which is shown over here, or what kind of the approach you are using over here. So that approach is must be considered over here, or this is the functional group. If you observe this molecule, you will see here is a carbon-carbon double bond, here also is a carbon-carbon triple bond, and here is a nitrogen, that is a tertiary amine present over here, and that structure, by doing the FGI functional group interconversion, you may get this type of the structure over here. So that remember this one, here is a double bond, this double bond. Now here is a 6-membered ring I am writing, and there is a 5-membered ring, 6-membered ring, and then immediately 5-membered ring I am attaching, and here is a double bond, that olefin is over there, and one of the bond I am representing over here. I think it here there is a hydroxy group CH2OH, and then here the 2CH2 and then hydroxy group. So this is a functional group we connected over there. So that is a known FGI functional group. This is our another molecule. This molecule could be made from this. That's why we have written this one. And now again show the disconnection arrow over here. I am showing the arrow like this, and here is a written on the arrow FGI functional group interconversion, that is a condensation reaction. Condensation, that approach we are keeping here, and after keeping that approach, what do you get over here? You can get this moiety remains as it is, which is I am representing over here. Here NH double bond, here is a double bonds, and then 6-membered ring, which I am representing over here, and there will be a 5-membered ring, and this group which remains as it is, this group also remains as it is, changes only here at this position there will be a carbonyl group, means this is a amide type of the groups by doing as a condensation, you may get as this type of the compound or the molecule. And after that, let us see, after doing, we got this compound, and again you can show as a arrow over here, the disconnection arrow, and then you can write down the approaches over here. Dihydroxylation, oxidative cleavage reduction, that you have to write over here, so that you can do that process, you will get the desired product over here. Dihydroxylation, here you can do as a dihydroxylation, oxidative cleavage, dihydroxylation, oxidative cleavage or reduction, oxidative cleavage or reduction. And after doing this reduction, what do you get? This compound get converted into, this is a FGI we are doing. FGI means one of the functional group is converted into another functional group, so that disconnection becomes as a possible. And now here we are going to get another structure over here, this one. This remains as it is, this moiety, indole moiety remains as it is a stable one, and this is a 6-membered ring which is also remain here, 5-membered ring here joined as a C double bond O, and after C double bond O, here also as a C double bond O, that is a not like this. Here let me clear, here is not the, this ring present there over, and there we are going to get, here we are inserting double bond, and there here maybe as a hydrogen or methyl group at this position, and after that there will be terminal here CH2, then here is a double bond, this type of the molecule you may get over here. And after doing this one, what do you get? You are going to get over here, let me clean the board, and then we will get some another structure. Finally, here 1,2 Grignard's reagent. Now we are going to add over here, this is a arrow which I am representing, that is a retrosynthetic arrow, 1,2 Grignard's addition. Here 1,2 Grignard's addition, 1,2 Grignard's addition, that you have to do. The intramolecular cyclization followed by intramolecular cyclization, and followed by 1,4 Grignard's addition. Then 1,4 Grignard's addition. Grignard's addition. Look at here. After these are the approaches, and after doing these approaches, 1,2 Grignard's addition, then intramolecular cyclization, 1,4 Grignard's addition. This is unexpected, but is the important one. And by doing all these things, what you are going to get? You are going to get the precursor or the starting material, which is this one. Let me draw that structure, H double bond. This indole moiety remains as it is. I am representing over here nitrogen atom, and then this is a structure you might have. See, this is a starting material which we got over here, or it is a precursor which is readily available. By using this starting material, we can prepare the synthesis. So, this is a scheme number 2, synthesis of one sabine canadian E via Grignard's addition, allylic rearrangement, Pictet Spenger cyclization condensation, and ring expansion route. That we will say this structure is nothing but as a maleimide. The structure of this is a maleimide. This is a structure of maleimide, and by using this starting material or the precursor, we can prepare the our target molecule, because that retrosynthesis means starting from the backward reaction. If you go forward, you can prepare by using this is a starting material. We can going to get that the sabine canadian E, which is our target molecule. This is the retrosynthetic analysis of this molecule. We have seen step by step what kind of the approaches we have been used here. That is written on the disconnection arrow. Sometimes it is written as a functional group interconversion. Functional group interconversion means one of the functional group is converted into another functional group. You can do many times whatever you wish, but finally you got the starting material which is readily available, and by using these precursor or the starting material, we can get our target molecule, which is a sabine canadian E. We studying this sabine canadian E because it exhibit or it shows the cytotoxic property, which is a biological property, and therefore many of the researcher get attracted toward this type of the molecule, natural molecule, and this is the total synthesis of plus minus sabine canadian E and determination of absolute configuration. That is the title of this paper, and we studied up till now the retrosynthesis. From tomorrow onward, we are going to learn, we are going to study the different scheme to synthesize sabine canadian E actually in the laboratory. That we are going to discuss in our next lecture. And till then, let us stop today here. Thank you. Have a nice day.